In this video, I'm going to show you how to connect your Active Directory to your ESXi environment. I just recently, so in my environment, I have 3 ESXi hosts, one OpenFiler, one vCenter. This is my vCenter, and this is my Active Directory server. So all you need to have is one Active Directory server, properly configured with IP addresses, with DNS and everything. Now what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to join my vCenter to Active Directory server, because without joining, you won't be able to get the users that are in Active Directory. So first of all, let's join it. So now, in your case, if it is already joined, it's fine. In my case, I'm going to join it now. So it is properties, and go to changes, go to change, go to join. So create 3 users and one group. Yes, under user. Under users container, yes. So this machine is joining now. So machine is now joined. The machine is restarting now. So machine has been restarted. It is joined now. So I'm gonna log in. I'm gonna log into this machine, switch user. This time I'm gonna log in to the domain. So Zahir, I'm logging into a local machine or domain at the moment. Now logging into a domain. So once it is logged into a domain, guys, now main goal here is to join, first of all, vCenter to Active Directory. So what we need to do is we need to log into a web client first. So once this machine logs in, we'll log into a web client. In the meantime, I'm going to go into ADUC and create our 3 users. So going in. No, it's a group. So create a group called VM admins. So I'm going to go into users and create a group first. So create a group called VM admins, and we'll leave it as global and security, VM admins, and next. I'm going to create a new user called, first of all, Mike Adams. Yes, M Adams. Password, we are keeping a standard password for this. Creating a, yes, global group, default user. I'm going to create a second user, David. No, we'll just leave them as is. David Jocelyn. Sorry. No, we're just keeping these users separate because we need to give them separate access. Second user is created, and third user, Chris Harris, and standard password. User must not change password. So 3 users created. Active Directory is ready. I'm gonna log into vCenter now, and within vCenter, at the same time, my ESXi hosts are available. No, VS means vSphere client. vSphere client, and VC means vCenter. It is a legacy client, yes. So here, once I'm in vCenter, so first of all, I'm going to go to all programs, VMware, and go to web client and log into a web client on this. Now, sometime what happens is in these test environments, as soon as you log in, your firewall gets automatically enabled. So just go to your firewall setting and make sure firewall is not working. So let's go to our network settings here. So all my firewalls are enabled on this. So what I'm going to do is disable all firewalls. So firewalls are disabled. Now at the same time, I'm going to log in to web client. No, they're separate roles. They're not part of Active Directory. So WDS is used for deployment services and WSUS is used for update services. Both are different roles. They don't fall under Active Directory. Active Directory is authentication. DNS is name resolution. So guys, in this case, sometimes when you log into a domain, what you need to do is sometimes this would take more time. While it is taking more time, guys, I want to go and make sure that vCenter services are working. And there are two important vCenter services. There are many services, but two are the most important ones. And those two important vCenter services, guys, these both services are set for automatic delay start. So number one is vCenter. Uh, uh, this is Virtual Center Management Web Services, number one, and second one is Virtual Center Server. Sometimes your server is started, everything is working fine, but this service doesn't start. But in this case, since it is started, so you can remember it among all services, these are the only two services that are set for delay automatic start. Here on this side, you can sort it by V. So here it says vCenter Management. So it is delayed start and the second one is delayed start. If these two services are working, your vCenter is working fine. Now I made sure that this is working. Now, guys, since there is no connection with Active Directory, for now my only no. Is it not working? So guys, at this moment, since your vSphere client has no connection to Active Directory, so your only way in to a vCenter is through administrator at vsphere.local. So first of all, we need to log in with vSphere administrator at vsphere.local, and then we'll make it part of Active Directory and then add those users to special for special permission. Here, so now I'm logged into a vCenter. Now vCenter makes sure, first of all, I'm logged in with the administrator at vsphere.local, which is right here. Now we cannot give this account to everyone. We should have separate people with separate type of access. Now, in order to join it with Active Directory, what you need to do, you need to go onto this home screen, on this screen, and from here you need to go into administration. And once you go into administration, it will take you to administration, roles, single sign-on, and here licensing and plugins and everything. Here, the first thing you need to do is, first of all, it shows me that in roles, it can show me the default roles that are available here. So for example, there is no access role, there is a read-only role, there is an administrator role, and as you can see in administrator role, the only person that you see here is that is known as vsphere.local as administrator. That's why this person has the full access to this. Guys, for now, if I need to add any more users, as you can see, The only person that I can add exists only in this. Now it's not showing me any Active Directory related user. In order to add Active Directory, I need to go on to configuration, and within configuration, I need to go into identity sources, and within identity sources, here I need to click plus, and when you are clicking plus here, here you need to add Active Directory. It's the first option here. It says Active Directory Windows Authentication. And since this machine is joined to Active Directory, it automatically finds canf.local here, and all you need to do, press OK on this. So as soon as you press OK on this, if this machine is properly joined to Active Directory, in few moments it will join you to Active Directory. Guys, in previous versions, this was a tedious task before. In web version, it has made very simple. And once you can see this Active Directory added to your network, now I'll go back to roles here. And all I need to do, go to administrator. Now if you need to add anyone to administrator here, so hold on, before this, I need to go to users. First of all, go to users here, and within users, now it will show me, for now it's only showing vsphere.local, but now here it will show you all other users as well. So you can see local machine users, or you can see Active Directory users. Now within Active Directory users, now it can see all those users. It can see David, it can see Mike, it can see Chris. Now why? Because they're all added here now. So now what we need to do is, if you double click on Mike, it shows you Mike's properties here. Now here you won't be able to change anything because it won't be able to add you to this. It's not showing me the groups. Okay, it's showing me VC admin and groups. So here I should be able to go into roles, and within roles, if I go to administrator, so vsphere.local is actually a LDAP. It is ADLDS. So this user that you see here, this is all based on LDAP. This is a LDAP server. There is no real Active Directory for vsphere.local. Actually, this is using ADLDS services. Default protocol? Yes, LDAP is whenever you log in, whenever you query Active Directory, it uses LDAP. So LDAP is a query as well. LDAP is a query. So guys, now since we have integrated Active Directory with this, now let's jump back to home. First of all, let's go back to home, and from home, let's go to hosts and cluster. So there are few ways to assign permissions to this environment. You can go to hosts and cluster and then go under the cluster here. For example, if you need to give full access under this data center, so you can go onto this data center and go to manage, and within manage you can go to permissions, and within permissions now you can go and add people to this. So I'll go add, let's say on this I'm going to change it to canapes, and within canapes, who I need to give full access? I need to assign Mike full access to this. So I'll go down to Mike. Yes, in my case this is Mike Adams. I would add Press OK. So now Mike has all privileges, assigned role. He is the administrator. So Mike is assigned administrator role on this data center, on this complete data center. So again, one more time, if I go to home, from home, I can go on to hosts and cluster, and on any level you want to assign somebody permissions, all you need to do, select that level, and then go to manage, go to permissions, and then you can add under permission whoever you want to add. Now, for example, you need to give Chris access to just one of the VMs. So for that, you need to go down to that level, and within that level, you can select that VM, and within VM, you can go to manage and go to permissions, and on this, I can go add Chris. So first of all, Mike has full access to this because Mike is added on the top level. Now Chris needs to be added just to manage this one VM. Let's say your exchange team need access to their own VM. So you can give them permission. But Chris, on this level, you need to give access to Chris. So you can click on plus, and then so it is initializing, adding permissions. So whatever you select on this side, that level you're giving that person full access, or maybe whatever type of access you're trying to give to that person. So let's wait for a few seconds here. Virtual machine power user, he has full access to that virtual machine only. Yes. But if you select power user, it will give you access, and they are enabled or disabled as well. So you can check that out, what type of access it has. What? Yes, you still have to, because Chris is part of Active Directory. Chris is not part of this network. So now I'm going to add Chris here. So it's going into Active Directory. Make sure you select Active Directory and then select Chris. So no group selected. Actually, I think it is because of that error that I just got. So I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to go back to Vcenter, go to Manage and Permissions. So this time I'm giving full access on vCenter level. On vCenter level, I want to give access to Mike. Okay. So I have to re-log into this because somehow it lost connection to Active Directory, I think. So for this, let's log off, log out, and re-log in. So here, let's log in again with the administrator account at vsphere.local, and then password is your SSO password. In the meantime, you can try logging in with Mike. So log off with the administrator at vSphere and try logging in with Mike at canis.local, So I'm going to go back to home and go to vCenter. Within vCenter, so home and host and cluster, I'll select vCenter and then manage and permissions, and then try to add Mike again. Okay, it's saying no user and group exists. So something wrong with my Active Directory here. DC. Oh, add. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Add and click OK. Yes, because it's not added to the screen. And here we're going to select administrator and done. Now I'll log off and log in with Mike. So now let's log off. You can change. So here, log off and log in with Mike. So in this case, I'm going to say canap slash m adams, and then password is password. So now guys, I'm logged in with Mike here. So as you can see, Mike is here, and Mike has full access within this complete uh, complete vCenter. So in order to see his access, all you need to do is to go on to every level and see if all options are visible and not grayed out. So for example, with Mike, Mike has access to change everything within this. He can change alarm, he can change permissions. Now let's add Chris only on a host level. So, so let's add Chris or maybe David on host level. And for David, we're going to give him only access on this host. So 192.168.101.90. In order to do that, all you need to do, go to manage and go to permissions. And within permissions, let's go to this host, go add, find the user, and then go to David, add, press OK. And David has, let's say, full access to administrator, done. And, and what we'll do is, we'll open another web session. So one web session is opened by Mike, and I'm going to open another web session for David. So one session is open for Mike that has full access to the environment, and the second session will be open for David that has only admin access on 192.168, and he should not be able to change anything on other hosts or cluster. Mhm. No, it will be canvas slash. Okay, so guys, so even the second one, it took the previous session of Mike, so it seems like I have to log out. Now, in order to do two sessions, you can use different browsers. So this is Internet Explorer. You can open another one in a Firefox or in another browser. Here, I'm gonna log in with now Jocelyn, and then password. Let's see what type of access he gets. So here now, David Jocelyn is logged in. Let's go to Home and go to Hosts and Clusters. And within host and cluster, it says you do not have any privilege on vCenter level. Now let's go inside Toronto. Let's go inside this. Let's go inside. And as you can see, he has only access to just one host. He does not have any access to anything else within this environment. So guys, this is how you can manage access. And same thing goes for Chris. If Chris is given only access to few of the VMs, then Chris will be able to log into this web client, but he won't be able to access anything. So now I'm going to log in back with Mike Adams and see what type of access he has. So Mike Adam has full access to the complete environment. So guys, this is how. So here, Canap. slash m Adams. This is how we integrate Active Directory with our vCenter environment and to assign different type of access on different type of roles. Guys, the key here is just to remember. The key here is to remember whatever type of access you need to give to any user, just select that object from this side and then give them access, and then they can log in and will have access.